Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and I'm joined here once again on my left by Arlene Badishill, the founder and co-creator of GoGo Gear Apparel, which is brand new to RevZilla for the spring of 2010. And what you're going to see in my hand here is a GoGo Gear jacket, and you can tell that it is one that has seen better days. It's a beat-on, it's been crashed in. Arlene brought this with her today to show and talk through a little bit of how it performed in a crash. So why don't you go to town, tell me what you did to this guy and how you tested it, and go from there.
All right, great. This is just one of our test jackets. It's not one of our designs. It's just using all of the technical fabrics and armor that is in the jacket that I'm wearing right now. This is the exact same fabric, same armor, what have you. Okay, I threw myself down a hill 50 feet to test the impact resistance of the armor in the jackets. No impact. Although 3 days later, I was sore.
Just from being jarred.
It commonly happens to people who take a spill. I also was dragged behind a motorcycle 80 feet. This was deliberate, but I had a motorcycle drag me 80 feet, and I wanted to test the abrasion resistance of the outer layer of fabric and the abrasion resistant fabric underneath. And what you can see here is you can almost see a little bit of the outline of the fabric banging against the armor that's inside. So what you can see here is there's this ribbing along the back of the fabric, and that's because it was pressing up against the armor in the back, which means I was hitting the ground in all these ribbed areas as I was being dragged, and it's abrading the outer layer of fabric, but you see that it's not going through to even the under layer of abrasion resistant fabric, which, Anthony, if we can open this up just a little bit, we've got it opening up here, up in the shoulder area, because I was on my back, and it abrades through the 3-ply layer of fabric, but then you get into the lower layer and it's pretty much intact, and obviously it didn't go through to my skin. And that's the thing about gear. If you lose your jacket by the end of it and you're still okay and you really minimize the impact to your body, then your gear did its job. Another thing here is you see the amount of abrading going on up in the seam area. The seams are always of concern to people because if you take a big spill and you're sliding and this seam comes open, you've got a big problem there, but you can see that the seams are intact here. Also on the back here, the back of the collar, you can see that. Now, unfortunately, I had a full face helmet on, that this is abrading too, but again, it does not go all the way through. So you got 5 layers standing between you and that pavement, and so this is designed to minimize the amount of road rash you're going to experience as you're sliding across the pavement.
We hear horror stories all day long. It's one of the things that all the gear that we carry has been, they stand on each other's shoulders to continue to build gear that, at the end of it, jacket's ruined, but you've made an investment and your road rash is minimized.
Yeah.
And this guy, we talked a lot in the videos we did about the GoGo Gear stuff, about the 600D chassis that all of the fashion fabric is built on top of it. And as you can see in I guess you'd say a low to medium speed crash scenario, it did a great job. The armor held up, and you have some burn marks in the outer fabric, but it did a great job of keeping you safe.
To put yourself in a situation where you're throwing yourself down a hill deliberately, or you're being dragged behind a motorcycle to test the fabric, for me as the creator of this particular line of gear, it was really important for me to know what it was going to feel like if I were to experience any of these things. And so I absolutely will stand behind this. I will wear my gear when I'm riding because I know what it feels like to hit the ground, and I know what it feels like to be sliding down the pavement, even if I am being dragged by a motorcycle.
Well, thanks so much for the breakdown, Arlene. Thanks for bringing us your souvenir, your street ready souvenir. Be sure to check out any of the other videos that we've shot on the GoGo Gear line. There's 4 product videos, there's size videos, there's also a 1,000-foot breakdown of the whole line. Thanks for tuning in to RevZilla TV today, and we'll see you next time.